Good morning, dear children. In the last lecture, we have studied about we were studying about the muscle tissue, and I told you that there are three types of muscle tissues in the animal's body. One is the striated muscle tissue, another is the smooth muscle tissue, and third is the cardiac muscle tissue. In the last lecture, we already have studied about the striated muscle tissue, and now in this lecture, we are going to study about the smooth muscle tissue. Children, as the name suggests, smooth. Okay, smooth means the surface of this tissue when seen under the microscope appears smooth. Okay, but before studying what is its surface look like, or what is the function of the smooth muscle tissue, we will first see what is the structure of the smooth muscle tissue. So first of all, we'll start with the structure. See, the smooth muscle tissues, these are spindle shape. Children, you till now you don't know what is a spindle shape. Okay, and now today I am going to tell you what is spindle shape. Such kind of shape is the spindle shape. Such kind of shape is called as the spindle shape. Spindle shape means tapering at both ends. Tapering means pointed. Pointed at both the ends. Okay. So smooth muscle tissue structure is, it is spindle shaped. Tapering at both the ends, that is pointed at both the ends. And these are found in bundles. Okay. These tissues, the cells of these tissue is found in bundles. You know what is the meaning of bundles. Okay, so it is found in the form of bundles, as I have made here three cells, three muscle fibers. Okay, now the cells of these tissue, or we can call that the fiber of these tissue, it is uninucleate. I told you it is, first of all, it is spindle shaped. Then second, uninucleate. Uninucleate means, uni means single, one. That means each cell possesses only one nucleus. Okay, each cell possesses only one nucleus. So each cell is uninucleate, whereas you have seen in the striated muscle tissue that they are multinucleate. That means they have many nucleus in one muscle fiber or one muscle cells, whereas they are uninucleate. Then these cells do not have any striations in them. Okay, so no striations. That means no dark and light bands. So these cells do not have any striations. Striations means, I told you that like the striated muscle tissue have the dark and alternate dark and light band, and these dark and light band are due to the special arrangement of the contractile proteins actin and myosin. But remember, that doesn't mean that they do not have actin and myosin, because the primary function of muscle tissue is to contract and relax, and this contraction and relaxation can only be possible due to the presence of the contractile protein actin and myosin. But here in these cells in smooth muscle tissue, the arrangement of actin and myosin is quite different. Okay, it is parallel to the cell, and in that you have seen that it is like this. This is the that striated muscle tissue. It is like this. That is why they were visible in the striated muscle tissue. But in this, the actin and myosin is present. It is a contractile protein, and it helps in contraction and relaxation of the muscle tissue, so that the muscle can help in the movement and locomotion. But it is not present in that way. It is present in the another way. That is why the striations or bands of actin and myosin are not visible, and that is why no striations are visible, no dark and light bands are visible, and thus what happened? And thus these are smooth muscle tissue is also called as unstructured unstraighted muscle. Okay, it is also called as unstraighted muscle. Now, let us see the another thing. These muscles are also called as involuntary muscles. Why they are called as involuntary muscles? Because these muscles do not work with our conscious will. They work according to the requirement of the body. These muscles do not work with our conscious will. These muscles work with according to the requirement of the body. Whenever the body requires the contraction and relaxation or the movement of the muscles, these muscles move. And whenever the body does not require the movement of the muscles, these muscles do not move. Okay, and that is why these are called as involuntary muscles. Remember, the straighted muscles were called as voluntary muscles because they work according to our conscious will. Whereas these muscles do not work with our conscious will, they work according to the requirement of the body. So these muscles are called as involuntary muscles. As I told you that the striations are not visible and under the microscope their appearance is smooth. That is why they are called as smooth muscles. So these smooth muscles are also called as involuntary muscles. They are also called as unstraighted muscles, and they are also already they are called as smooth muscles. Now, if we talk about what about its structure? These muscles are uninucleate. They are spindle shaped, tapering at both the ends, and they are found in the form of bundles. Okay. Now, if we talk about their location, where these muscles are present. If we talk about their location, where these muscles are present, we will find that these muscles are found in the visceral organs. These muscles are found in the visceral organs. Visceral organs except heart. Okay, let us discuss what are the visceral organs. Visceral organs means all the internal organs which are present inside our body. These organs are called as visceral organs except heart. Just remember, except heart. Okay, so let us discuss in what visceral organs these muscles are found. So these muscles are found in the alimentary canal. Alimentary canal means from the esophagus, okay, till the anus. So these are found in the alimentary canal, and they help in the movement of the food in the esophagus. They also help in the churning of the food inside the stomach. They also help in the movement of the food from the small intestine, from the stomach to the small intestine, and from small intestine to the large intestine. So all these various parts of the alimentary canal consists of even our stomach also consists of the smooth muscles. Along with that, the iris of our eye. Iris of our eye, you can see the black portion. Okay, big black portion in our eyes, both the eyes. This is called as iris, okay, which gives the color of the eye. Some has brown, some has blue, some has green colored eyes, and most of the people in India has the black colored eyes. So that is called iris. So the movement of iris is also because of the smooth muscles. You cannot control it. Children, you have seen that whenever we go to the dark place, okay, or when we come to the light place, our pupil becomes small or large. That is only because of the movement of the iris. Okay, so this movement of iris is due to the presence of the smooth muscles. That means in our iris, smooth muscles are present. After that, if we will talk more about the iris. After that, iris of eye. Then if we will talk about any other organ, then the bronchi of the lungs. Lungs, bronchi. Children, you know that inside our lungs, bronchi are present. At the end of the bronchi, alveoli is present, which are the balloon-shaped structures. So these bronchi, they consist of the smooth muscles. After that, if we will talk about, that is urinogenital system. Our urinogenital system, okay, that means urinary tract, ureters, and that urinary bladder and urethra. They are made up of the smooth muscles, okay, and after that the genital tract also of the males and females is made up of consists of the smooth muscles. So all these such kind of organs, they consist of the smooth muscles, and at every place you will see that you cannot move any of the organ with your conscious will. Once the food enter the esophagus, you cannot buy, or if you want that कि food वापस बाहर आ जाए, मुझे नहीं खाना है, तो वो वापस से आपके एक बार esophagus के अंदर चला गया तो वापस नहीं आएगा. Okay, so you children, you have studied about the peristalsis. पेरिस्टाल्सिस में हम लोगों ने आपको पढ़ाया हुआ है, क्लास 7th में आप लोगों ने पढ़ा हुआ है कि जब फूड नीचे की तरफ जाता है, पुश होता है हमारे इसोफेगस में, दैट इज फूड पाइप में, तब क्या होते हैं, मसल के कॉन्ट्रैक्शन और रिलैक्सेशन होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से फूड स्मॉल पार्ट्स में इसोफेगस से नीचे की तरफ जाता है. उन मूवमेंट्स को हम लोग पेरिस्टाल्सिस बोलते हैं. और ये पेरिस्टाल्सिस कौन सी मसल्स में होते हैं? स्मूथ मसल्स जो इसोफेगस में प्रेजेंट होती हैं उन्हीं में होते हैं. ओके, लाइकवाइज बाकियों में भी क्या होता है, देयर इज मूवमेंट ऑफ द स्मूथ मसल्स एंड which is not under our conscious control. It is whenever the body requires, these movement takes place with the help of the smooth muscles. So this is the location of the smooth muscles. Now let us discuss what is the function of smooth muscles. If we talk about the functions of the smooth muscles, first of all, it helps in the peristalsis. Peristalsis is movement of food from esophagus to stomach. Okay, peristalsis. Secondly, I told you that dilation of our blood vessels. Children, you have studied that 3 types of blood vessels are present in our body: capillaries, arteries and veins. ये जो capillaries, arteries और veins होती हैं, ये क्या होती हैं, जब blood flow करता है, ये sometimes dilate होती हैं, sometimes contract होती हैं. ठीक है, आपने देखा होगा हम लोग जब blood pressure measure करते हैं तो हम उसमें देखते हैं तो हम lowest लेते हैं और highest pressure लेते हैं. तो ये जो इनकी वॉल्स होती हैं वो क्या हो रही होती हैं, डायलेट हो रही होती हैं. ठीक है, तो जब डायलेट और कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होती हैं ब्लड वेसल्स, तो वो किसकी वजह से होती है, दैट इज ओनली ड्यू टू द स्मूथ मसल्स. ओके, सो कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड डायलेशन ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स. ठीक है, ये किसका काम है, स्मूथ मसल्स का काम है, कॉन्ट्रैक्शन और डायलेशन करती हैं ब्लड वेसल्स का. तीसरा मैंने आपको अभी बताया कि कितनी अमाउंट ऑफ लाइट हमारी आई के अंदर जाएगी, हाउ मच अमाउंट ऑफ लाइट विल एंटर इन आवर आई, बिकॉज बहुत ज्यादा अमाउंट ऑफ लाइट अगर जाएगी तो इट विल डैमेज आवर रेटिना, और अगर बहुत कम अमाउंट ऑफ लाइट विल एंटर इन आवर आईज, देन वी आर नॉट एबल टू सी द थिंग्स और ऑब्जेक्ट्स प्रॉपरली. दैट मीन्स द proper amount of light should enter in our eyes. That is only because of the that muscles of iris, which controls the amount of light in our eye. Okay, after that I told you that another function is that micturition process. Micturition process means release out of the urea from the body, or the nitrogenous waste from the body. That also occurs due to the contraction and relaxation of the urinary bladder. Okay, contraction and relaxation of urinary bladder, that also is done by the smooth muscles. Okay, so in this way, and after that many other organs are also there which where these smooth muscles are present, which help in the movement of internal body organs for various purposes. Okay, so in this way the smooth muscles is the structure of the smooth muscles, location of the smooth muscles and function. And in the next lecture we will discuss about the next type of third type of very important muscles. These are cardiac muscles. Okay children, so in the next lecture we will study about the cardiac muscles, and for this session